Here's some homework help for a couple of problems that appear on page 350. These are probability problems where we're going to utilize the binomial theorem to help us figure out these probabilities. So let's start with number 22. And we have this calculator that has a total of 4 batteries, and under normal use, the batteries have a 90% chance of lasting. So right away, I'm going to take that percentage that I'm given, and I just put it in decimal form. But this represents the chance or the likelihood that the battery will last, which means the likelihood that they will not last is 0.10 or 10%. Okay, just keep in mind that as decimals, these should total up to 1, or if they are given in percent form, if you wanted to write them in percent form, that's no problem. They would need to add up to 100%. All right. So the bottom line of this problem is, what is the probability that all 4 batteries will last? Okay, well, I'm going to go to the percentage probability that a battery will last, and I'm going to raise it to the 4th power because it says, what if all 4 last a year? Which means this not last probability will be raised to the 0. I only have 4 batteries, so those 2 exponents should total the 4 batteries that I have. And my combination factor will be 4C0. Don't forget this. Whatever the second exponent is will match the second number in your combination factor. All right, so 4C0, of course, is 1. 0.10 to the 0 power, also 1. So our answer really will just be determined by doing 0.9 raised to the 4th power. And decimal, that's 0.6561. But we need the percent form, and I'm just going to round to the nearest percent. So remember, to change this to percent form, it's like multiplying by 100 or moving the decimal point 2 places to the right. So rounded, changing to percent, we have about a 60% likelihood that all 4 batteries will last a year. Okay, so that's your answer for number 22. And I thought I'd help you out with number 43. Now again, these videos are intended to be a help. I hope you don't just write these answers down and then forget about them. I hope you'll go back and make sure you can do them on your own. That's how these videos work the best. So we have this family that has 5 children, and the probability of having a boy is 50%, so therefore the likelihood of having a girl also 50%, of course. And this kind of confuses some people, so I just wanted to make sure you understand. Write the term in the expansion of. All this means it's really the same thing we were doing earlier in class. We're just taking the binomial b, which would be 50% for boy plus 50% for girl, and it's raised to the 5th power because the family has 5 children. And so we want to know the likelihood that probability the family, sorry about that, what is the probability that the next 3 children will be boys, is what this says. That will be the outcome. So 50% chance for boy, 50% chance for girl, and if we want, we'll just label these as boy and girl. If we want to know the chance of 3 boys, that means that would be 2 girls to make a total of 5. And our combination factor will be 5C2. Just multiply all these together. So let's get our calculator. 5 NCR 2 times 0.5 to the third power times 0.5 to the second power. And the decimal form of that is 0.3125. And once again, we need the decimal form. We'll just round to the nearest percent. So move the decimal 2 places to the right and round, and that would be approximately 31%. Okay, if we wanted to modify it for probability of having 4 boys in this situation, we would say still 5C. Here's the boy likelihood, therefore the girl likelihood. So for 4 boys, we just raise the boy likelihood to the 4th power, which means the girl likelihood would have to be raised to the 1st, and our combination factor will be 5C1, and you multiply all those together, round it to the nearest percent, and that should be, we'll do approximately 16%. Okay, what about 4 girls? Well, here's my boy likelihood, here's my girl likelihood. This time I'm going to take the girl likelihood, it's in this format, so the second variable represents girl. Let's raise it to the 4th power, meaning the boy will be raised to the 1st power, and our combination factor will be 5C4. All right, multiply all that out, and as it turns out, when you get the decimal form and round it, it's also 16%. Okay, so that's your all 3 answers, all 3 parts to number 43. I hope that helps, and let me know if you have any questions.